Last day we were discussing like how to organize the content, like how to organize the content taken from the content taken from database, right? Today what we need to do is we need to, so this is IPICT. Let's open the recent file. Yeah. Okay, you can see the content that we have received, we have reorganized that and displayed in the terminal. So that is what we have done last day, and I asked you to do the same similar thing. That means what you need to do is just copy and paste the same. So that will do the task. And here the rest SQL select function 2, and then the headings. Then this one, because it's on department, print in this, and the returning part is not needed. So just run it. This is just a piece of copy paste, so it will give you the result. So let's run get first now. It's very, very easy. That is giving you the first record. Okay, so what is the names equal this, and for I in rest, for I in range, length of list names, and this. What's wrong there? So this is okay. What about the database connection? It is already there. Int object has no length. So what is the int object k? How k become res? Oh, here actually you need to reformat this, because k res is basically fetch one item. Fetch one item means you have to obtain that item for I in res. So there is only one item, therefore so the easiest way is you can write the first loop, this one, without this. So let's try for I in range length of names, length of res, because res has that item, and then you're printing res I, and that's it. Sorry, names I and the res I. Okay, let's run this, because there is only one item. Get first, you're getting the item, that's all. So very simple solution. So only one loop, because there is only one item, no need to iterate through other rows. Okay, then so we know how to get data, and we need to do some other things like inserting, deleting, and updating. So let's try with that. I'm writing a query def insert function. Def insert function. First of all, you know, anyway, we have to get the connection open. So after that only we can write the query. Connection open is compulsory. And after that, I can write the insert query. But before that, I need to obtain the values. So let's obtain the first name, last name, email, password, and picture. Okay, you can say field 2. Field 1, no need, because that will be automatically executed by this. Field 2 is equal to input, enter first name. And then the field 2, field 3, that is last name. First name needed, last name needed, email needed, password needed, picture is needed. First name, last name, email, password, then the picture. Field 2, field 3, field 4, 5, and 6. 3, 2, 4, 5, 6. Those fields you need to get from the user. After getting that, what you need to do is you have to form the query. Query equal, you can say insert into the table's name is, what is the table? TBL user. Then you have to do the field names. So that is must. So let's go and see what are the field names. Field names are FN, LN, email, pass, picture. FN, LN, email, pass, picture. Then the values that you need to concatenate. So values are values obtained from here. In bracket, you need to concatenate what? The first value is F2. Then you need a comma. F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. Close the brackets. Okay. So let's print the query now. I just need to check whether the query is okay. Let's execute this. This will do nothing, but oh, what is that? Here the plus is missing. Okay. Some other syntaxes also. Here plus is missing. Here plus is missing. Okay, let's run the function. So insert function should it's not inserting, but it is just giving you a prompt. First name, let's say John. John Peter, something like this. Okay, insert into these values. Yes, you can see them, and values should be quoted this because these are strings. So that can be done using single quotation here, and that single quotation should be closed here. Then the single quotation open. After that single quotation close, single open, single quotation close, open, close, open, finally close it. Run the function again. Go. So our query is generated. Now it is time to use insert function. So query is generated. Now time to run the insert function. I'll keep that to you. So because like you have already done this, executed this in the previous queries. So shall we implement this very quickly? And I just need you to insert this to the database. I have already opened the connection. There are things to do, that is running the query and also executing the query, and then display something to the user. Maybe your record is inserted, right? Your record is inserted. You can get that. And also you need to write a get specific another function. That function to get specific ID or search ID. So in addition to that, so please run def search function. I will guide you that now two functions need to be implemented. Actually, this is the password column. The search function. So what it should get the search ID. That can be done ID equal int input, enter the ID to search. Enter the ID to search. This should get the ID, and based on the ID, this should again execute as what? This query. Again execute select query, but with the where clause. You know, select asterisk from table where ID equal this ID, that can be given. So you need to complete that function too. So now you have two exercises to do. So one is basically you need to complete, this is the query, sorry, this quotation should come here. Okay, this is the query. The second thing is you need to try out how to write the search function that you have already done, just add the where clause into that. Okay, let's try that quickly. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, right. So what if you try to do something like this? So currently you don't have the cursor. So here you need to get the cursor to get it executed. And let's write the cursor there. And after that, we can do the execution part. How the execution is done. So here you can execute cursor.execute this. But there is a minor change. But if you have done at least up to this level, yes, that is considerable. And you have understood. Otherwise, you are not. That means you have to work a little hard to you have to execute the queries and these things again by looking at the code and understand what is happening. Writing codes and understanding are two things. So here you need to have better understanding what is going on. First you are opening and then you are writing, getting the inputs, adding that inputs, and then finally executing that. Actually, finally, after all these things, you can execute and close the connection. So this is what I expect from you. Getting the cursor, executing the query, and closing the connection. So, but there are minor changes. I will explain that. But if you have done up to this level, you can see when I try to insert the function, it's asking the first name. Let's enter some sample values. So you can see this runs, this shows the result, but the actual work should be there inside the database. When you go to the database and browse this, if you can find the data here, then you are successful. But here you can see this is not available. The reason is actually, so this has a security feature. It's not allowing you to directly concatenate or directly put values here. Instead of that, you can put placeholders. So like this, you can say percentage s, because there will be a string. Here also percentage s, there will be string. So likewise, you have to give this as a placeholder. Here I'm erasing all these things. This part you don't know. That is why I said, at least if you have done this part, yes, you have better idea. So this is how you can give this percentage s, comma percentage s. Like you can say there will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 strings will be inserted. This is called like this is called character. This is actually a secure way of entering the values. Then actually you can define values separately. Values separately, that you know. So using the previous one, you can let's say we are the values. Values you can define like this. The first value is okay, you have to give the values inside the brackets. The first value is right. First value is the first name. Yeah. Okay. Here F2. The second value is F3. These are variables. Therefore, you need to concatenate. right? So you can give like this also, but let's see F2, F3, F4, F5, and F6. Okay, the values can be given this way. Then when running the, when executing the query, you need to execute query and the values to Q and V. So let's run this now and check whether this works. Right, insert function. Then okay, you can see it runs this, it writes this. Actually, this is what we have written, and the values are also there. No errors is there, no errors are there, but we have to check whether this is actually executed. Then we'll have to go to the browse. When you go to the browse, and let's refresh this. When you go to the browse, you can see again it's missing here. Therefore, there is some error, right? There is some error. You need to reconsider that again. So let's see. So what are the issues? We have given this, okay. We have given this, and then the values. Query is okay. Insert into this, and FN, LN, email, pass, picture. Done. Values are, okay, values we have given the values, but the thing is, we have given the values, but the thing is the values are inside, values are not inside the quotations, right? You have to consider about that too, right? To consider, like, so let's code this. Let's code this and insert. So you can just put, so one more thing, sorry, I missed the main thing. After inserting this, after executing this, you need to save this, right? So that can be done using, that can be done using your database connection. What is your database connection? It is basically here. We have created the database connection like CNX. CNX is returned by open connection here. Actually, we have to say CNX. So that is main thing, right? Dot commit. You have to save the changes that you have done to the database. So let's see with that, will it work? Right? This part you don't want to do, but actually I expected the last one. This is actually reformatting and correcting this, because insert query has these special things. Let's insert function again. Okay, this time also you are getting the query, but the problem is, are we really getting the data? Yes, here we got. That's it. You can say Gaya and Dhananjay, the last record is now inserted to the database. That means we are successful. So once committed, this is successful. Once committed, this is successful, and you can now execute this query. Try it now. You have to execute the search function too, right? But in search function, you don't want to execute these extra queries. You have general queries only. In the search, you have general queries. That means this, you have to just write the select query only, select function query only. That can be added to this. Instead of ID, I recommend you to use ID like student ID, right? STID, because ID is a keyword. That's the reason. Try it now. Try both. Try both means this is already done for you. Try this one.
This meeting is being recorded.
You can't search like that. You have to type the URL properly, localhost PHP MyAdmin. Search in will give you internet access. This is your local server. It's not in the internet. Okay, go to your database and check it, whether you have that column. Go inside the table and see. Click on the table name. Yeah. Okay, you have only 4 columns, I think. Username, ID, first name, email, and the password. So you don't have 5th column. So that is the reason. So what you can do is you can just remove the entire picture. That F6 you can remove. F6 also you can remove. That is no point having that. You don't have that table. And from the V also you can remove that F6. That is why you have to read the error and understand what's going on. Okay, again, I guess picture still not removed from the query. Picture still there.
Oh.
So likewise, you have to read the error, understand it, and so this is what the lacking of, right? You need to practice, I guess. That you need to do continuously. You need to do that.
Okay, it's in there.
You're getting right. Okay. Good. So the next one also please try and add it to the like that you can easily do. So this search function, right? Search function is similar select function, but you need to use where clause, where ID equal the given ID. Here ID also please edit to student ID, ST ID, something like that. Otherwise, what will happen? This ID is a keyword. You can see it's highlighted in purple color. So something is highlighted in purple color, it seems a keyword. So you can just use STID, and that can be added here after the query to the query. Select asterisk from PBL user where you can add that query. Just go to the brackets, execute query. Inside the brackets, you need to add the where clause. Select asterisk from PBL user where ID STID equal, or you need to use the column which is there in your database and add it. So that is what you need to do. After that, you can fix it. I'll keep that to you. You have to experiment on this. So check with the exact, what is exactly there, right? Check what is exactly there in your database. Here, my one, I have UID. Then my query is, let's say I need to search the second one. So select asterisk from TBL user where UID, because UID is my column name, but you have to check whether your column name is matching with that. Let's say UID equal to semicolon. This query will give me the second user ID, Trishan Dimantha. So you can see it's there. So if I need to get some other, you can see if I try to get write the query, let's say select asterisk from user where select asterisk from TBL user where STID is equal, UID is equal to, let's say 10, no such user ID, so you are getting empty result. Not no errors, but you are getting empty result, right? Likewise, you can get data from the particular one by searching. That you need to do, because after verify that there is ID, then we can run the update query next day. Okay, do your part, that is basically writing this query to search given ID, then you can next day we can execute the delete query and update query accordingly. Okay, then have a nice day. Bye.